Hi there, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use some different Google Drawing tools and as well as a few shortcuts that might help you in this lesson. So let's start with just what I've got here. I have a few shortcuts. For example, you can hold the Shift key and you can click with your cursor. And when you're doing this, you can select multiple objects at the time and you can edit them at the same time. Now, for example, if you wanted to copy and paste the same object more than once, instead of drawing it over and over, you can hit Control C and Control V on your keyboards. And I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. But let's start with, for example, we have our shape tool here. Let's create a shape with it. So I'm going to click and the little hover over the shapes. Let's just start with our basic rectangle. And I'm going to click and drag and drop. And you can see the outline here, the blue outline showing you what your rectangle is going to look like. I'm going to let go with my cursor or my mouse pad, and it's going to create a basic rectangle. And now we can change this to look however we want it to look. So I'm going to click on it again, and it's highlighted. See these little blue squares and the little blue outline? You can change the size of your rectangle by dragging and dropping those. You can also rotate it, clicking that little blue dot there. If you don't like something that you did, you can always go up here to undo. And say we want to change the color of this rectangle, we're going to go up to this fill bucket and you can change it to whatever color you like. If you want to make a custom color, you can hit this little plus sign here and you can play around with these different settings and create your own custom color. Okay, say you have a color you want to use, or you want to use one of these colors over here on this color scheme or color palette. We can hit the fill color and this little eyedropper can help you select those. And I'm going to hover over and hit what color I would like to use. Now Google Draw usually gives you a basic outline, a black outline on all your shapes. We can change that as well. You go up here to this little pencil and when you hover over it says border color. We can make it transparent if you don't want your shape to have a border, or you can even make it a different color like pink. We can change the weight of the outline and make it thicker. Again, if you don't like how something looks, you can always go to undo. And I'm just going to have a basic shape here, this blue cyan color, teal color rectangle. Now say I want to copy this rectangle over and over. I can select it and go to edit, copy, edit, paste, and it's going to duplicate it for you. Another option you have is you can select it and hit the Control and C on your keyboard. And then you're going to click or hit Control V on your keyboard and it's going to do the same thing. Now say I want to copy all of these, I can actually select them with my mouse or my cursor by clicking and dragging. So now all of these are selected. Another way I can do that is select one. I'm going to hold the Shift key down, click the next one, and click the next one. So now they're all selected. Again, I can go to copy, edit, paste, and I can duplicate those. So this is a great shortcut for this lesson because you'll be making windows for your buildings. And it's a great way to avoid having to make or draw the same rectangle or shape over and over again. Another thing that you can do is you can select them all by holding that Shift key and clicking and resize them if you need to, like so. Another tool that we have is the line tool. You can use that to create diagonal, horizontal, vertical lines. You can even make curved lines. You can even make your own shapes with the polyline tool, or you can even make scribbles. If we wanted to make just a straight line, for example, I'm going to click the line and I'm going to click and drag and put my line however I want it. If you want a perfectly straight line, you can hold the shift key and let go, and it's going to make a line for you. Again, you can change the color of your line using the border color tool or line color tool. You can also change the thickness using this border weight or line weight option here. Okay. Again, if you wanted to duplicate the same line over and over, you could select it, edit, copy, edit, paste. Another option is if you want to draw another shape and you want it to be the same color. For example, I want it to be the same color as this rectangle. I'm going to select the rectangle first before I make my next shape, and I'm going to go up here to shapes and say I want to make a circle this time. It's going to use those settings of that shape that you clicked on last. Or say I wanted to use one of these colors here, you could actually click on it and select it, make another shape, drag and drop, and it's going to use the settings of that shape there. Again, if you want to change the color of anything, you can always select, go to the little fill bucket, and click on the different color options that there are. If you want to remove the border or change the border, you go to this little pencil tool and play around with that. Again, if there's a color that you'd like to use, you can use that little eyedropper to help you select it. So say I want to use the same color I used on this line. It magnifies it so you can see, and click, and there's your color changes. I hope this is beneficial. Use this little canvas part here to play around and see what you can create, and I hope you have fun with it.